Good afternoon, folks. I'm TassTalk. Welcome to TassTalk. Special guest today, none other than the admin of my admin on my server, good friend, and all around General Dr. Robotnik. Dagger, how you doing?
Well, first off, fuck you and hi everybody. That's not going to be an uncommon
All right.
phrase from me today, it seems.
Yep. Real life Dr. Robotnik. All right, guys. So I've got his camera frame. Like you can see it there off to the screen. The game we're gonna play while we're talking today is Teamfight Tactics. So that's like an auto chess mode brought to you by League of Legends. But we'll have this playing in the background here. And since Dagger plays this from his mobile device, we are going to be having the camera go off and on. So right now, looks like your camera feed in Discord, Dagger, is working, but I guess because you're in game. No. There you are. You're back on screen. What's the deal? Hold on. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get this figured.
I don't know. Thankfully, it's not my stream, not my problem.
Well, I mean, you do have me there, friend. You do have me there. Let's see how I can't make this work. Come on now, friends. Boop.
Yeah, it might be choppy video because my phone is, in fact, also garbage.
Well, live the dream, Dagger. Be your truest self.
Oh, you mean have 5-year-old technology that I use? Yeah.
Camera frame, Discord. This is the frame that I need to move. I've got to unbind these.
This would have been fantastic had we done, show prep.
What's that? Say again?
I said it would have been fantastic had we done something, like show prep.
Well, that's what we did, and then we discovered that you were all in the box here before we discovered this issue. So hold on, I'm gonna get you dialed in. I'm gonna fix your little red wagon. Don't you worry.
Oh man,
it is kind of a pain. I gotta say, it is kind of a pain in the ass. All right, okay. So the good part is I've got the frame. Come on, unlock. Come on, buddy. Let's go. You and me. Hey. Okay, so we've got like a reasonable facsimile of a frame going. Okay, guys. Dagger looks live on my screen, so he should be live for you. I'm gonna lock all the frames again so I don't screw anything up. Yeah, this looks pretty good. All right, you're in the box there, man.
All right. I'd apologize, but I'm not in the business of doing so.
Hey, Dagger. Hey, Poby. How's it going? Good afternoon. Good morning. Good whatever to you guys. All right. So, last week we had Heinze on the stream. It was a lot of fun, but the show got a little bit away from me because we had so many people asking questions for us that I didn't actually get to cover some of the stuff I wanted. So I'm going to try and be a little bit more disciplined today, guys. We'll go ahead and do our interview section with Dagger while we're playing TFT here. So let's go ahead and get in queue. We'll do the interview and then we'll take Q&A from the audience. We'll see where we go from there, All right, so guys, I know you've probably been watching Book of Boba Fett. If you haven't been, there is going to be a little bit of discussion here about that. I've got a few questions for Dagger about that. If you haven't seen up through the 3rd episode of Book of Boba Fett, just put your fingers in your ears, go la 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 for about 2-3 minutes, something like that, and you should be good. Yes, the wolf says, "What happened to Dagger's hair? You got rid of the Karen cut?" Got an answer for that one, Dagger? No.
Fru Guy, you know Fru Guy.
Yeah, I do.
About a year ago, made a Karen emoji, or put a Karen haircut on me, in response to my irritation of something CG did. And Heinze got a handle on that. I blame DPK. And now it's an emoji on his server.
Dig it. Yes.
Yep.
All right, guys, here we go. Book of Boba Fett stuff. All right. How you feel about the Tuskens, Dagger? Let's hash this out. I want to have your opinion because there's been a lot of people that thought it was cool to have some exploration of Tusken culture, but we have some mutual friends, and we know one of them said that it just felt like the first 2 episodes was like Dancing with Wolves with Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It felt like it felt to him like it got lost a little in the weeds. What's your take?
I think I would have had no problem with it had this been a 26 episode television season.
Yes.
However, this is 7 episodes, and we spent 2/3 of the first 2 episodes essentially doing Tusken rehabilitation. And while I didn't mind it per se, I think if you look at the overall scope of the show, which is 7 episodes, 30 to 35% of it is going to involve Tuskens, and it's already happened.
Yeah. I mean, they get theirs in the end.
and that's the thing that bothered me the most, I think, is there's no payoff now.
No, there will be bloody vengeance because, of course, the narrative format that we've seen so far is rife with flashback, right? So now, this was his. That was another flashback in the Bacta tank before Black Chrysanthemum chucked him out. So we know that he's going to have more time in the Bacta tank, and we'll see his bloody vengeance against the Nikto bike thugs.
You need to rephrase the Kirsten thing to when he didn't kill him in the Bacta tank for free.
Yes. As long as you're not too willing to study the fight, the moment itself. If you don't study it, then it doesn't seem absurd. But yes, he should have just mauled him right there in the tank, and it should have been over. Also, how does like a 7-foot something walking carpet get through? Oh wait, I got to make my first pick here, guys. All right, we'll take that. There's nothing wrong with taking a sword. So yeah, this is an auto chess game, guys. We're going to place units, upgrade units, put items on them, set them on the board. Then when the round starts, they play themselves. You'll see. First couple of rounds is just against AI opponents. But anyway, no, Black Chrysanthemum should have just kicked the shit out of him. I'm not going to disagree with you at all there. I suppose that what's your favorite? What's going on with you that you're loving so much in the show right now?
I will compare this to the Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
I really love exploring the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm less concerned about which lens we're exploring it through, and more that we just explore the world in general.
Oh.
So while I'm not the biggest fan of the Tuskens, and I'm not the biggest fan of the Scooter Squad, as Wolf so eloquently put it, I get it. I've enjoyed exploring Mos Espa. We're revisiting the guy who got his stapler stolen from Office Space.
Yes, Milton. Milton.
Yes. It's tough because I've enjoyed the world as a whole.
But
it's just
I'm hearing a but in there.
Yeah, it's the same as the Bad Batch. It's not the lens that I would have preferred.
I feel that. I can appreciate where you're coming from there. Oh, we're having to do some adjustment here because I'm not getting exactly what I thought I was going to get, but we'll figure it out. All right, got a couple comments here in the stream. Oh, hey, Takab, how you doing? Wolf, good to see you. All right, so SL Darth Vader says a lot of it's falling before Boba meets Din Djarin anyway, so I think there will be a lot of fill-in, for the story in the next couple episodes. But I really like the fill-in of other cultures, he says. Yeah, I mean, when I saw the first episode of Book of Boba and they were going into the Tusken thing, I guess my expectation was more like what we did see in The Mandalorian, where, it's a brief section of the overall episode. Instead, it was like the whole episode, and I was like, you know what? We've never really gotten an in-depth look at Tusken culture. I'm down with it. I'll take it. And then we had the second episode. I'm like, couldn't you guys have just rolled this together? Couldn't it? Can Disney not afford editors? I don't know. But hey TJ, good to see you, man. It's been great watching his empire grow naturally. To whom are you referring? Oh, by the way, Dagger, I love your swag this morning. I'm gonna stand up here and pop mine. Got the Tassinix gaming swag brought to you by Patreon. It's good stuff.
And people who apparently don't like necks.
Yes. Apparently it's good enough to be comfortable wearing in the house. It's apparently not good enough to be shoveling snow outside with. Dagger tried. He found himself cold. Why you would be shoveling snow in just a hoodie in January, I'm not prepared to answer.
I live in Minnesota, final answer.
Which is like the backyard of Wisconsin, right?
You know, I told you we wouldn't be fighting on this stream. A couple more comments like that, we might be.
All right. Any other highlights you want to touch on from the show so far? Because I have a couple things, but I want you to get your licks in first.
I'm going to preemptively say that I am pretty much a Star Wars fanboy, and until we get more content, I don't feel like I personally can be too picky on the quality, although I know other people are more picky on the quality.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And I know you and I have already talked about this privately. Like, I hold Star Wars to the very highest standards for, a few reasons. One, it's just, like, it's one of, like, the planet's flagship IPs. Like, I would challenge somebody to look up another entertainment IP that has the value of Star Wars. So first of all, if it's big shit, I expect big shit things. And then second, you're messing with my childhood, guy. Like, do it right or don't do it. That's kind of where I'm at. So, no, Jenna, don't encourage us to fight. My wife's in the chat encouraging fights. Yeah, no, TJ,
Keep
I see
encouraging
your
the fighting, I'll stop sharing him.
TJ says, Boba's step-by-step growth has been awesome for his empire. Yeah, but the pacing feels really slow to me. I don't know about you. Like, we
are 43% of the way through this show.
Exactly.
And we just met the Pikes.
Exactly. There is way too much effort being spent on exposition, in my opinion, in this show. Like I appreciate you, Favreau. I know that you're wanting to expound on an area that really hasn't been explored too deeply. I appreciate where you're going, but could you get about actually getting there? That would be cool, Anyway, other highlights for me. Guys, there was a freaking Rancor, baby! Yes! That's what I really wanted to see. I mean, how are you going to have a Rancor if there's no Rancor? Also, special guest appearance from Danny Trejo. If you've seen him in Machete, you've seen him in a number of things. He plays a tough guy super, super well. And so for him to be kind of this caring animal handler, anytime he plays these more gentle roles, it cracks me up, man. It cracks me up. Because he just looks like a guy like, man, like, he looks like a guy you don't want to meet in a dark alley, all right? Guy looks like he's here to harvest your liver. Gotta make a couple clicks here. Okay, we'll throw you in. Now we've got 3 protectors. Oh my god!
Oh wow,
what's a man gotta do to get another chem tech?
You're actually taking this seriously. I'm just over here just letting it play itself.
There's another joke in there.
There is.
All right. Let's. Unless anybody else has some cool questions on Book of Boba, we'll go ahead and move on to the next thing. I want to get back into SWGOH here. So, latest character to come on deck for us, Iden Versio. Aside from that team kind of being a slam dunk against Mon Mothmas, that's kind of my early take. What are you thinking about her? You thinking of any? I'm sure I'm sure you and your guild are also working on this. So I don't expect you to reveal any secret sauce. But if you have any ideas that are not privileged about how you're thinking to use her, that'd be cool to know.
The consensus seems to be, at least for right now, we have a dumpster, and she goes in it.
So not a high opinion of her then.
I think there are 3 people in my guild who have anything geared up to use her.
Mm-hmm.
And while she herself is a fine character and works well with some characters in the game, I don't have the characters geared.
Okay.
So, and I know the majority of people who are around where I'm at, the 7.8 to like 8.5 million, probably don't have Magma Trooper geared up.
I myself have him geared 12. I'll take him up to 13. only once I've maxed out Iden, and I'm not wailing for that. I mean, it's not a top priority character, but I like the idea that we're going to effectively get a second trooper squad, possibly, and I know we talked about this briefly the other day, possibly up to 3, right? Because I think that it makes more sense for them to just add more characters now to make the Imperial Remnant squad than it is to just have that one more attacker that we were missing. I think that's what we really needed for the comp. So I'd be into that.
No matter what, we're only going to have 2 teams. The question is, I think you'll have a trooper team and a Imperial Remnant team, or you can have 2 trooper teams.
I'm hoping that we get up to 2 trooper teams and 1 Imperial Remnant team is kind of where I'm going with it. But yeah, I agree. I mean, we certainly get at least 2.
Well, look at the Separatists, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You only have 2 teams. Like, you can have 3, but you don't get to have 3 good teams.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think that's where I kind of want troopers to end up, right? You can have 3 bad teams, or you can have 2 good teams.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I'm all for choices in this game that reward you for taking your own choices, like going off the beaten path. There are people that have been using Magma Trooper for a long time and getting value for them. What am I going to do with you? No, I don't need an inventor. I don't need syndicate. I do need Chemtech. Let's get you on deck. Now we've got 3 Chemtech in play. That's nice. Okay, White Wolf says, one concern I have is multiple shows are starting to come out, keeping planets in particular places will have to look the same or close to it, otherwise it'll trigger me. I mean, again, that's going back to what I was saying a second ago, White Wolf. I expect quality from Disney. That's why, I mean, so Dagger was saying, he's a fanboy, and until there's so much more content that he can afford to be more critical, he's just along for the ride. Whereas I'm of the mind that, look, guys, you're Disney, you're playing with Star Wars, don't pretend like you don't have the money to knock this out of the park, so don't make any excuse if you don't. So I'm right there with you. If they don't make things look consistent with prior Star Wars work, I would just chalk it up to laziness. I wouldn't be into it. The Wolf says, Danny Trejo is a great Rancor handler. Excellent choice. It's going to be awesome, man. I can't, we expect to see the scenes of Danny Trejo working with Boba to be an effective Rancor rider. We will watch, we're going to see Boba ride into glorious battle on top of his Rancor that he will raise up from a child. Because remember, he's a big boy, as we've seen in the show, but he's still just a wee little baby. Once he gets grown, man, and you've got Boba riding him against the Pikes, that's a lot. Pikes have a lot. They have a lot of resources, a lot of firepower. They don't have Rancors, as it turns out. They're not a commonly seen thing. And our somebody who's a real lore nut, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that Rancors are native to Dathomir, but are they only? I guess, were they ever exported off Dathomir and now have become like a native population on other worlds or something? I don't know. I mean, I know they originate from Dathomir, but I don't know. Either way, though, you would think it would be exceptionally rare that you could find one if they only came from Dathomir, because Dathomir just got carpet bombed by Dooku way back when. Alright. Dagger disappeared. I see that Dagger disappeared. Oh, that's because Dagger turned his camera.
The game was lagging out.
Yeah,
the game was lagging out super hard, so I had to kill the video.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was waiting for a moment to say that, but you were talking.
I do that. That's my bad.
Yes. No, it's fine. I was just waiting for an opening.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and shut off the camera frame for now. I don't want you to feel bad for not having that on. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. We tried, guys. We tried. You know I was trying to do it in spirit here. Hey, Ram Pam says, hi, Dagger's face. He's ugly AF anyways. LMAO, love you, Dagger.
My face is at least better than Mace.
Your face is better than Mace?
Yes. That is
okay. Let's see. What else do I got here? All right. Let's talk a little bit of shop here about GAC. What team last month surprised you? Either you using it offensively or something you fought that you thought you had it figured out, and guess what? You got caught out.
This is going to sound super self-serving, but I don't think I got caught out by anything specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest takeaway is the sheer impact that Starkiller has on your roster.
Amen to that.
The sheer knowledge that your opponent just has an extra toy. If I had to pick a team, it'd be Kyle Katarn, because he's a character that makes you have to do math.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think more and more people. Oh, White Wolf says that Rancors are found on other planets, for the record. All right, I will have to take you at your word there, sir. I really wouldn't know enough to test you. All right, let's go ahead and set up Twitch. Now you've got that. We'll go ahead and move you out here. I like this better. We didn't have Scholar going anyway, right? Okay. Well, actually, we can put you right back on deck then. 1, 2. All right, moving right along. Yeah, I can see what you're saying there. Starkiller was a huge impact for me this season. I don't have him, right? So this reminds me of like a year and a half, 2 years ago when I was fighting against people that had 1 or possibly up to 2 GLs on me. And, that's a situation where you are permanently stuck kind of playing with a light board and having to be, very efficient on attack, because you cannot afford to set so much on defense because they outweigh you. You have to anticipate that they're going to try and punish you with the size of their roster. So, I think Starkiller is a big deal, and I am working on him, but he definitely cost me. I had in the last week here, I had 2 losses. My last 2 rounds were losses, and they were both against opponents who had well set up Starkillers. I think both of them set them on defense, so both of them required a serious answer. Like, if you're setting down a Starkiller team without Xeris in it, it's CLS food. But flip side is, now I don't have CLS. Maybe you've got gas in the back to punish me. Maybe you've got something else. Could be like a RJT, R2, BB-8, and Resistance Brothers team sitting in the back. I mean, who knows? There's multiple ways to punish the lack of CLS. And my opponents tried that. I mean, some of them even won. So, yeah, I mean, it worked out. Let's see if we got any other questions. Okay. Next question here. What team was your nemesis last season? What made you sweat, if anything? Here's the self-serving part where you're like, I mean, nothing.
The team that always makes me sweat the most is probably GOs. And it's when I'm using them. Because, well, A, my Poggle's Gear 12, so, he can just oops die sometimes. But I'd have to say that. As far as the other teams go, like, once you get to a certain roster size, like I'm 8.6 now, like, my teams are just dialed in. So most of my teams aren't clenchers to use. So, there's always like Night Sisters, like versus GG, right? That's another one of those kind of chintzy fights.
Yeah.
But generally, on the whole, Geo fights, and it was mostly banner, right? It was never that I was like, oh my god, I might lose. It was that them getting good banners was the bane of my GAC.
I believe that.
I see other people getting 60s, and I'm like, 53 is good, right?
All right, yeah. I mean, I've never, since I'm using my Gideon, not with Geos, or generally not even with bounty hunters most of the time, I haven't really had an opportunity to try and elevate. I have had the opportunity. I just haven't taken the option to try and do something like Geos with Gideon taking out an RJT team or something like that. But I'd like to give it a go at some point. It's something I wish I could practice though. CG. All right. What team are you most looking forward to using next season? What have you been cracking on team-wise that you're really looking to experiment and see? You know, does it meet expectation? Are you able to pull off shenanigans?
Well, the biggest change in my roster is just Lord Vader, so mostly just happy to have that to slap on defense. As far as teams I'm wanting to use, I think the only real difference to my roster from last month is the Droideka thing, making Droideka super fast to go with Conquest Maul.
That makes sense.
So not having to use Watt there, that's going to be a little exciting to make Watt a free agent to go back with Slacker.
I'm super stoked about that, guys. Yeah, Dagger and I had talked about that a few days ago, and now I've got that set up. This is another protector. We don't need you. We put you here. We sell you. You can go here. This goes here. 1 and 2 and... Okay, things are looking all right. I want to get the armor penetration item for Twitch here. Don't want to get caught out. Why put Droideka with Maul, says Decop. So here's the thing. You can abuse the fact that while he doesn't have damage immunity, he has plus 50% speed. So if you get him up to, like, here, let me bust out the calculator app here. Let's say, for example, 250 speed times 1.5 is effectively 375 on turn 1. So you'd have to be, like if you were going to take your Maul against gas, you're thinking, oh, well, I want to do Maul, Watt, all of that. But you don't have to do all of that, right? You don't have to have Watt, because the purpose of Watt mostly is to be sure that something procs Maul's first turn so he can do his middle. But Droideka will be out ahead of almost anything. With some speed commitment. It's not cheap speed-wise, but it isn't nearly so heavy as something like somebody pushing up their Rex to 320 and something like that, where it would be able to be faster than your Droideka. So you know, you do that, and that sets off your Maul, and then you go into your business. You know, and Droideka's purpose is just to pop you off, and he's just cheap. Like, as a character, you save your Watt. You have other options. If you want to do Slacker Watt, Night Sisters versus Lord Vader, while the counter still exists, you can. So, I think it's brilliant. I can't wait to try it. I think I have mine right now. I want to say like 258, something like that. Yes. So that means he's effectively 387 at start of battle. And I made him that fast precisely because I did the math on a 320 Rex times 1.2 is 384. So I would be 3 speed faster than a 320 Rex. So, you know, all but the absolute craziest modded Rexes, whatever 501st team, I can get out ahead of. And that's what I need.
Context, that's a plus 160 set on Rex he's trying to beat. And on top of that, you frequently will have Django on the team, and he is in fact also a separatist. Mm-hmm. So Droideka may or may not assist him, depending on how he feels.
Bodyguard. Protector, bodyguard. What am I going to do with you? Who's the protector? Protector is him. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this. We'll sell you, grab you, put the crit glove on you. Okay. Looking good. I have got way too much gold. Hilariously too much gold. I need to roll. Oh yeah! Got Dr. Mundo. Alright, that's good stuff. Dagger is a calculator. He makes good moves in the game, says Gaming Fruit Guy. DPK says Dagger was used as a stand-in for Boba Fett. My wife says, TassTalk, the Dagger roast. Swing back, Dagger. Swing back up. Go get him now.
Oh, that's good. I'll let DPK have a W every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, DeKob comes in. I think you mistyped DPK. Dagger was a stand-in for Jabba. Fruit Guy says Dagger got the Rancor part, but got crushed.
It makes you feel better, DPK. It makes you feel better, DeKob. I also was a stand-in for your father.
Damn. real rough and real rough. That's what I get for not paying close attention, guys. I got blown out here. So we're playing ranked, he and I. All last night, he and I were playing, and I actually had a lot of wins last night. This is my worst loss, so I'm going to lose a bunch of elo. The way this game works is that if you're in the top 4 at the end of the game, you gain rank. If you're in the bottom 4, you lose rank. The closer you are to the extremes, the more you gain or lose. So if you're in first place, you gain a lot of rank points. If you are 8th place, you get piped. So 7th place isn't great. I'm going to hit keep watching. Oh, Dagger's already eliminated, so we can actually go into the next game. We both were complete ass this game. Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff.
I have an excuse, and this is like my 20th game. Your excuse is that you're just garbage.
I'm actually garbage. Yes, this is true.
Yes.
My wife, though, the Defiant in chat, she's actually pretty solid at it. She's the one that got me back into playing it. It's pretty fun.
I mean, right. She has lots of practice at it while she's making sandwiches.
I'll let her respond to that. She's a big girl. She can defend herself.
Well, it's not like she can hear me, so it's okay.
It's a funny thing you should say that, because she's got a caption app on her phone and she's watching you right now. You thought you were slick. She's gonna get you. She's gonna get you on something of a delay, but she's gonna get you. All right. All right. Next question here. I guess let's exclude Droidica because we just talked about it. But what's your latest modding pet project? Again, not trying to extract the secret sauce for me here, guild wise. But I don't know about you. Anytime I'm in between seasons or whatever, I'm looking over mostly my top 80 and thinking about tweaks, new plots and schemes. Trying to do something unexpected when I get into week 1. What are you working on in that vein?
So I haven't actually gotten to the remodding part, and that's simply because before I do the remodding part, I do some tinkering with my tunes to figure out where I want all my teams to kind of initially land, and then I mod for those teams to function. So one of the first things to do, as we talked about, was to remod Droidica for that team, and then backfill the mods that we put onto him. And that was where I started. And then there's some other teams that I'm kind of working to kinks out, some of the comps out, and then figuring out what I want them to do or beat. So the remodding itself hasn't started yet, but okay. I did just finish off some of the more key, I got all the key characters to about the speeds I wanted them, the Rexes, the Piets, right? Like the Gideons. I got all those characters to where I want them, so now I have leftover speed to allocate other places.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that Piet, I had to work at it a little bit. Yeah, my wife's getting at you in the chat here. She says the sucker making his own sandwiches. Is this between your furious futanari sessions?
I mean, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but I don't have to make my own. I haven't made my own sandwiches for like 5 months.
Yeah, he's got a girlfriend now. He's got a girlfriend.
And even if I did, I have I have people around my house to do that for me.
Yeah, hot new tech called children.
Yes. Just because your 3-year-old's not capable of making a sandwich does not mean
it's true.
Mine are not.
It's true. My wee one has not been inducted into the art of sandwich mancy.
Yeah. Sandwich mancy.
That's right. All right, so, I saw you in the chat last week for Heinz's episode, and I saw you like this question, so I'm going to throw it your way. If you could delete any character from the game, who would it be, and why?
It would either be Dagger or Jolie, because the revive mechanic is dumb. That's the nice way to put it.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd say that. What should I do? Well, all these options we haven't cracked because I was late to pick. All right,
more specifically, Jolie with a mass revive. Basically, mass revives I think are kind of bullshit. Dagger being able to hit like 3 people, Jolie being able to bring back the whole team.
Yeah,
if it was just one of
the Dagger revive is chancy with who all comes back, right? But it's a sure thing with Jolie.
Well, with Dagger also, it's a little more egregious in the sense that the entire team's built around that, and I find just that in general. I just find, just the revive mechanic in general, I find to be used at a toxic pace in this game.
Man, I wish I could read what's coming. I can't figure this out. We'll try it this way. All right, TJ, and that's, I appreciate that response. That makes sense. The revives can be pretty challenging to deal with. TJ, what you don't do is mess with somebody who speaks with their hands. Hashtag watch the right hook. My wife says hashtag watch these hands. And she also points out, fun fact, Watch These Hands is a real song by a deaf rapper. The more you know. Mercenary Challenger. So that's another Challenger. 2-piece of Challenger. Could be nice. But you should be in the back. You should be in the front. Sell Syndicate. Grab gold. Ooh. Chemtech Assassin. Don't need him in this game. Alright, we'll see where this goes. It's kind of weird. Alright, next on deck. Alright, we're going out more into, I think, Star Wars question now. Now I know you've got a decent knowledge of Star Wars going on beyond the movies and whatnot. What is your favorite event in Star Wars lore / history? You don't have to rush to answer that. Sit on it for a second.
Yeah,
well,
that
don't
was
sit
kind
on
of
it,
tough.
'cause I still want the question to survive, but yeah.
You know? I'm gonna let that one slide.
Really? I thought you would have let that one roll.
Having fun?
I gotta get in your yucks, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I bring the napalm too frequently, so I'm gonna let you get in a bunch of these before I start doing that.
Just dump it all on me at the end. I believe you. I believe you, buddy.
Well, I need you to build up to the knife to a gunfight response you're gonna get.
There we go. There we go. I believe you. All right, focus your thoughts. What is your favorite event, or whatever from Star Wars history and lore?
It's probably just the Battle on Mustafar.
The Battle on Mustafar. Okay.
As cheesy as that sounds, I was trying to think like if something topped it. And the only other moment that would top that for me is the Revan reveal the first time playing KOTOR.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one. Man, and you know that they're remastering those games, right? It's a different game studio.
I did see that.
Man, what a time to be alive. I'm really looking forward to that, because that game in, without awful, 2004, 2005, 2006 graphics. DPK says the Death Star run doesn't do it for you, Dagger?
Death Star run is definitely the reason I initially loved Star Wars. So, I think my biggest problem with the Death Star run is, and here's something that'll probably piss some people off. I don't enjoy the original. I don't enjoy rewatching the original trilogy. I find it relatively hard to watch.
Unpopular take, indeed.
It just hasn't aged well enough. Now, I'm not saying I don't like the movies. I'll watch them. I enjoy them. But left to my own devices, I'll watch all the movies that, came after 1985.
Okay. I can
just because they're better products to watch. And I think that's why that doesn't make the cut. Not that it's not great.
I would say that of the original trilogy, A New Hope feels like it has. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It feels like it A has the worst technology, but B also just has the worst pacing. Out of the original three, I like A New Hope the least. But I still like to give the original trilogy a watch, at least once a year, because Empire Strikes Back is a complete triumph. It doesn't even look dated to me. Maybe that's just the fanboy within. Oh, yeah, DPK says your response, Dagger, he's unfollowing, unsubscribed, and leaving the servers. Bye.
I'm surprised he hasn't done that already. It's not like he
Mm.
was wanted anyways.
White Wolf says the death of Valkorion is his favorite
Oh,
event.
yes.
I just logged on to the Old Republic here the other day. I don't know how old this campaign is because I haven't played it in probably about a year. But I logged in and I was immediately prompted to go about it. So it's the final putting down of the Sith Emperor. You're going into Satel Shan's mind, where the Emperor's trying to sap the life from her and her Jedi that are around her to come back from the dead. That was very interesting. I mean, if you guys have never played Star Wars The Old Republic, it is free to play. Yes, you are limited from some things if you're not a subscriber. I do think the subscription is worth it, but if you want to just play it free to play, it is exactly what you're looking for if you wanted a very story-driven game that is extremely single-player friendly. Because you can do the dungeons, you can do the raids on story mode, just by yourself and with your AI companion or whatever. You have all these options. I absolutely loved playing that, though. I had a great time going through that just the other day in the final death of Valkorion. So which death are you referring to, though, White Wolf? The one that in like the Eternal Empire where you're killing him in the throne room, or the final one that I'm talking about? Because I didn't expect I'd have to kill him again, but stranger things have happened. Star Wars is full of having to kill somebody twice, 3 times. I shouldn't be so surprised. We'll go ahead and set this up. You're gonna try and catch me out, aren't you, you bastard? What are you gonna do? Okay, you don't have anything. I'm cool. I'm cool. The Yuzhong Vong War was great. OG canon. Yeah. Man, the willingness for Favreau to draw from the extended universe gives me a lot of hope. Like, I don't know about you guys in the 90s, I enjoyed reading the Back to War series by Timothy Zahn. Man, great stuff. There's just so much from the extended universe that I want to see brought out. And I don't care if he wants to do it not in whole. Like, he can take parts from it. And make something new that becomes quote-unquote canon. I'm okay with it. But, like, I didn't recognize Black Chrysanthemum when he was on screen. I was like, who the crap is this badass-looking Wookiee? And then I found out that, there's prior history between him and Boba. He exists, I think, from a comic. I haven't been reading Star Wars comics. Oh, man, I've got to make a move here. What am I doing? We are just not getting the right things, guys. Man, what a...
Tell me about it. I got pushed out of mutant like last turn.
That sucks, bud.
Yep.
Alright, we'll see what happens. Let's see. Let's see. Let me catch up on a couple comments here. Yeah, White Wolf said the lightsaber duels in Revenge of the Sith are above all of the rest. I think as far as lightsaber duels go, it is unrivaled for anything that we've ever seen. I mean, I love the Duel of the Fates. That one really stood out to me as like a favorite for a long time. But I mean, I'm not here to tell you that it was better than Anakin and Obi-Wan's duel. All right, so there's another challenger.
I would sure hope not.
3 challengers. And let's see here. Yeah, my wife is playing SWGOH free to play, and she is having a good time with it. That's true.
Fun fact: I have Tasnix's favorite character on my team. If Tasnix wants to tab over,
ooh,
so he's fighting me right now.
Oh no, I'm looking at. Oh, you have Brogoth. Cho'Gath is my Brogoth.
No. Well, I have Malzahar on my bench.
Oh, Malzahar's a great mutant. I like him a lot.
Yes,
but you have to give him the right items. And yes, Malzahar is my favorite character when I'm playing League of Legends normally. There can be no doubt. I haven't played the normal mode of the game in a while though, to be honest. So yeah, White Wolf said that that lightsaber duel in Revenge of the Sith was the most impactful because he feels like the impact on the galaxy, if he was still alive, would be extreme. So I'm assuming you're meaning, Anakin being unmutilated. I don't know that it would be so much of a different outcome if if it survived with Obi-Wan escaping with his life and Anakin not mutilated, I don't know. I don't know how much would be changed, because he'd still, you know, it's not like him getting mutilated really slowed him down from doing the do, you know? Fruit Guy says, DeKalb says, I really want to see the Mandalorian Wars series. Yeah, man, more Old Republic stuff. We know that they're working on, what is it, the High Republic? So we're talking about, you know, Old Republic, well, not Old Republic era, because it's supposed to be like, I think it's back when Yoda's young, right? There's another challenger. Dope. Okay, so 4 challenger. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Who gets the challenger? You can have. Well, let's think about it. Yeah, you'll regenerate if I give that to you. Okay.
I am also one of the people who is of the mind of more Old Republic is better. I know a lot of people got burned out on it because we had 2 Revan metas in a row shortly after a Treya meta. And I would remind those people that those are, in fact, different eras.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But most people don't see it that way.
Well,
I mean, the Bad Batch is the first time I felt prequel fatigue in this game. But I think that's because they finally added prequel characters I didn't care about.
So who was it done to you in Bad Batch?
I just don't care about the Bad Batch.
Okay, so the whole thing was just kind of a snooze for you. You could have done without it.
I think Hunter was interesting for exactly 1 episode. Echo's arc is interesting to a degree, and the rest are just tropes.
I can see that. Yes, I can see that. I really don't like Wrecker as a character. Nice guy and everything. I mean, whatever. But like, just big dumb ox throwing himself into things. Like, all right. I guess the one cool thing that he brought to the show was the episode where he was, you know, briefly berserk and going after Omega, because we conclusively learned in that moment that the clones at the onset of Order 66 were fully conscious of what they were doing. They just couldn't stop themselves. So that added a dimension to the cruelty of it that we didn't really know for sure before. So I appreciated that. I try and find where the shows or whatever media is really adding to our understanding of the universe. Man, I've got to do something different with this character. What am I going to do? Alright, let's do it like this. That might not be a good idea, guys. We'll see what happens. Let's see. So Fruit Guy said, I've read or listened to almost all the adult novels that are now quote-unquote legends, and have done the same with the new canon stuff. I really want to get more into audiobooks. I'm assuming they've got some great voice actor doing these, Fruit Guy. Man, I'm impressed by who they get to do some of these things, but I should check that out. Is there any of these audiobooks that you'd in particular recommend, Fruit Guy? Somewhere to... If I had to hear one in particular, any one, what would it be? Let's hear that out. Wolf says, it's tough, but I think my favorite lightsaber duel is actually the final duel between Maul and Kenobi. Certainly not for technique and flash and everything, but for the high drama of it, I can see where you're coming from, man. That makes sense to me.
I think that there are a lot of lightsaber duels I would like to see portrayed, at least on the small screen.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've gotten some pretty iconic ones. I think Duel of the Fates gets a bad rap simply because the prequels are the prequels. But it's still one of my favorites. I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff I want to see in Star Wars, and we'll see if they get to it all.
Yeah.
I mean, the best lightsaber fights are yet to come. Look at the Luke Skywalker hallway scene.
Yes, you know, that wasn't so much a lightsaber fight, but that moment of him just like cocking all those droids was awesome. And that final grip at the end, honestly, my nipples can only get so hard. That grip on the trooper and just tin can crushing him was just Find me a path. Let's see here. So yeah, no, but I like what the Wolf said about that duel between Maul and Kenobi, because that really was such a poignant moment, though. I mean, you know, full circle. You know, Maul's thing. All the Sith kind of embody a certain, you know, negative trait, right? Like Maul's thing is hatred, right? Darth Vader's thing was fear. He fell because of fear, of what he was afraid to lose. But Maul was hatred this whole time. It drove him all this time. And there's a challenger. Let's get her on deck. Come on, step right up. Don't be shy. Oh man, I've got 2 slots to fill. I am just not doing a good job of paying attention.
Do you now?
What's up?
I believe you have 2 slots to fill.
Yes, I agree with you, White Wolf. Valkorian's death. Okay, now I understand that you clarified. It was impactful on the galaxy. I mean, for sure. But you didn't clarify, though. Are you still talking about the Eternal Empire situation where you're killing him in the throne room? Or are you talking about, like, the quote-unquote final death in the mind of Satel Shan? Be interested to know. Well, Wolf says it's not just that Maul... Obi-Wan final duel for the drama, but it's actually for the technique too. Watching them move through the forms, reading each other's movements was awesome. The rest of the prequel duels were just flashy. I can see where you're coming from, but like, and you're right that, you know, the actual brief fighting that there was between the two of them was pretty significant. What am I going to do with this? Chemtech. Do I have the opportunity to Chemtech? No. Imperial. I mean, there was a lot of posturing there, but it was over in just a moment, right? Like you have Obi-Wan in his Shicho form, and no, wait, no, it's not Shicho. It would be Haru, and yeah, it's just one swipe, you know. But that's kind of what he was set up to do. I really appreciated that moment for the drama, but I can see why you're saying just the nuance of them looking at each other, reading each other's posture before the final exchange. I can appreciate where you're coming from. Okay, yeah, White Wolf, you clarified. It was the final death. Yeah. Obi-Wan was Shien. Was it Shien? Man, I used to have the pictures in my brain of all of the forms. He had it low and in front of him. Two-handed stance. I'll have to take your word on it. I'd have to Google it, you know. Actually, you know, I have the technology. Shien form lightsaber. Yes. Form 5. Yeah, you know what? Shien is a bit different, I think. Used by a lot of different practitioners, but I don't know that it's something done by Obi-Wan. Still, God, I love getting nerdy about the lightsaber forms. Let me get back to my questions, though, for Dagger. We gotta pick our guest's brain, guys. By the way, yes, you're all welcome to ask all your questions, because we're mostly done with the hardcore stuff, if there's anything to be called hardcore in this experience. Let's see. So, Dagger, what's the next Star Wars game you want to see?
Ready.
Did I lose you, Dagger?
No, I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay. That's good.
I'm not a huge gamer myself, but that doesn't mean I don't want to see just more Star Wars. The next Star Wars game I want to see is a good one. Star Wars has not had a long history of good video games.
Well, actually, they do have a long history of good video games. They just don't have a recent history of good video games for the most part. Although I will say...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, touche.
Yeah.
The Pod Racer game was great. I'll give you that one.
See, and I didn't actually play that one. I'm thinking about, like the... I mean, we've already covered, like, the Old Republic games briefly, but, you know, I wanted that Star Wars Squadrons game to essentially be a revamp of TIE Fighter and X-Wing. Like, I wanted them to make that one game and then do it real big. And they did not deliver. They did not. That game was okay. It was fun to fly around. You get to go destroy Star Destroyers and crap. That's some of the stuff I really enjoyed doing in X-Wing and TIE Fighter. But I love the missions of TIE Fighter, and I like the development of your character and choosing to join the secret order of the Emperor and all the different cutscenes that you would get. Like, it was an amazing game at the time, and I bought a joystick just to play that Squadrons game, thinking I was going to be able to relive that part of my childhood, and it just didn't connect. It didn't connect. I was a little disappointed. I think we'll try that.
I believe you.
All right, back into Twitch chat. Yeah, right, Decab. It was Soresu for Obi-Wan. That's right.
That is correct. It's not like that's not his Zeta in game.
It's true. Defiant says, "What's your favorite sandwich?" I'm just gonna assume that's addressed to you, Dagger. These are the questions that people really want to know.
Well, anyone who's had this conversation with me before knows that I love a good Reuben.
I do enjoy a good Reuben as well. Tell me, how's that constructed for you? Your finest Reuben.
I don't know.
Oh, you're not picky about it? As long as it says Reuben on the menu?
I would say I've not put a lot of thought into my desired proportions of ingredients.
You know, it's got to be lightly buttered, toasted rye, piled high. Got to have the Russian dressing. I want a little sauerkraut on mine. I could go on. You know, I'm into my food. You can tell.
Yeah, I would say there are Reubens I like more than others, but I don't have a specific recipe that I prefer.
All right, fair enough. Got the fans' question out of the way. Yeah, Wolf says, Dagger's favorite sandwich? The one in front of him.
I mean, it's not like he's wrong.
It's true. Oh man, look at what we've got going, guys. 3 gold traits. I don't know if this is actually going to end up being good, but I want to believe. Now I just need to... Okay, here's what we got to do. We got to do the roll down, guys. I've got so much gold. I have got to fill this party with... I need to get my 2 stars and 3 stars going. Oh my god, I've got to get these items rolling. What am I going to do? I'm going to make a Tactician's Crown, I think, unless I need... Ooh, Clockwork. No, I can't make a Clockwork emblem. Alright, Tactician's Crown it is. We get 1 extra team size for our trouble. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, Kyle says, I was also very disappointed in Squadrons. I wanted it to be more. And, you know, like, a couple days after I bought it and was playing it, I was hearing people just talking about, oh, yeah, it's dead on arrival because they don't have any plans for updating content. I'm like, nah, you guys gotta be crazy. There's no way they're gonna release this game, this beautiful new game, and do nothing with it. But sure than shit, they didn't do a damn thing. So, I was wrong. All right, Decab wants to know, Dagger, what's your favorite squad in SWGOH? Not best, just favorite.
Probably gonna have to be the Ewoks.
Probably Ewoks?
It's the only team in the game I will turn the volume on to play their fight.
There you go.
I think that's the only way to qualify favorite, right? I go out of my way to do something while playing that team.
Yep, no hate. What am I gonna do, man? Gotta get some serious damage on Jace. That's what we need to do. We gotta get Jace stacked.
Well, I've been waiting for about 4 fights for my last Cho'Gath, and I'm gonna die waiting for my last Cho'Gath.
Oh man, yeah, I see that you just got knocked out. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you click over on my board, I've got like 3 traits going, but I'm at 31 life. I'm on a 5 loss streak. Ooh.
Yeah, you're struggling.
It is a struggle.
And, yeah, that's the only downside to the Colossi. Is you really need the hits. If you don't, like, the 2 stars don't carry you too far.
Yeah.
You really just need that third. And I was sitting there for too long not being able to finish that Cho'Gath. And looking at other people, it's not like other people had one. One other person had like a level 2 with none on their bench. So it's just that they weren't there.
Ooh, we got a couple 2 stars. The future's looking brighter. Gotta pick up Jace. Here we go. We're getting somewhere, guys. It's just, you gotta be quick about the roll down. And I'm not that quick at it. My wife is like a blitz at this. When she has a whole bunch of gold she needs to dump, it's just gone in like 30 seconds. I have to think.
Joking aside, I would be willing to believe that the deaf person is better with their hands than the non-deaf person.
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah. You might be onto something.
Honestly, to revisit that favorite team question, CLS has easily been my favorite team out of necessity. I mean, I love the team too, but it's just a team that I used in Arena for 3.5 years.
Yeah, when you said that Ewoks was your favorite, the Wolf said, "I'm telling not sure." And DeKalb.
Yeah, not okay.
Up. Go ahead.
No, that's not okay. You can't tell him that. He's not allowed to get his hopes up. Although I believe I have actually told him that my favorite team is probably the Ewoks. Dude, have you ever turned the volume on when you play with that team?
I usually play the game with the in-game sounds on. I have the music off so I don't get copyright flagged when I post the videos to YouTube. But, like, yeah, I have the in-game sound on for sure. Like, how are you going to play a Star Wars game and not get your Star Wars sounds, you know? It's like being a Star Trek fan and not enjoying the sound of the whoosh of the doors.
Because you can't play it at your kids' recitals with the volume on?
Not with that attitude.
John Williams is better than anything they're fucking doing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like somebody wants to mean mug you for having that on. It's like, what? You got something better? I got time. Dagger likes Ewoks clipped by the wolf. It is now a matter of record, sir. Now a matter of record. All right. Let's see. All right, let's get an easy one out of the way. Favorite Star Wars movie and why?
That's harder than you actually think.
Easy to ask.
I mean, the easy answer I'll give you is Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, and I assume purely for the Mustafar scene.
Actually, no. So, when Mace leaves Anakin in that throne room,
yes,
you see him in that moment make the choice. And that choice is the defining moment of the entire saga.
Yes, it is. Yep.
And that is why it's my favorite movie. The Mustafar scene's cool. There's a lot of cool parts of that movie, but that moment right there is the reason that's my favorite movie.
Guys, I'm going to agree with Dagger. I mean, Episode 3, so the prequels overall, they have their weaknesses, right? I mean, Episode 1 was marred by the presence of, what's his damn name? The Gungan. What's his damn name?
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks. God damn Jar Jar Binks. So it was marred by that, but you had the cool battle scene at the end on Naboo, and you had the Duel of the Fates. There was some redemption there. You also had midichlorians, though, so, quite a mixed bag, I would say. But Episode 2, you had the battle for Geonosis. You got to see Yoda throw down. There were some highlights. Yes, the pacing with the love developing between between Anakin and Padme was a little hard to watch, a little drawn out. And honestly, I've evolved my opinion on this over the years. Like their romance, their courtship, if you will, looked really kind of awkward and crappy. But I read a take, I think on a Reddit thread some time ago, saying it's like, what do you expect? This guy's like, in kind of like a monastic order. It's not like he's rife with opportunity to practice his game. Like him being awkward and whatever is par for the course. I'm like, all right. I hear where you're coming with that. Makes sense to me. So I could get on board. All right, we got to move her like this. Let's rearrange things ever so slightly.
Because I think people overlook when it comes to the predatory relationship that was the 25-year-old and the 18-year-old. I don't know if he was 18, but anyways, that relationship in of itself is kind of messed up, just age gap wise, especially in the first movie. But
yeah, but
Anakin
she very much saw him as a kid, and he was enchanted with her from the get.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is, as he got older, like he was a good kid.
Yeah,
like he had his flaws, but I mean, it's not like he was always this Darth Vader-esque person.
It's true. But yes, Revenge of the Sith, I was winding up to, going through the prequels there. Revenge of the Sith really hit a few notes for me. Obviously the final duel on Mustafar was amazing. And, it was extended. It was a very long fight. You're thinking about all the corridors, hopping from the different scaffoldings and stuff like that. It was a very long fight, but masterfully done because you didn't feel the time go by. You were just like, oh my God, the whole time. So that was one side of it. But for me, my favorite moment was Darth Sidious, our beloved Emperor, standing up and, against, what was it? It was against 3 Jedi Masters or 4? I want to say 4. And he just long-dicked 3 of them in like 5 seconds. That Force scream when he erupted out from behind of his desk. And, they had to do the best they could to try and dramatize it. But I think they did a decent job of showing the speed at which Sidious moved. It couldn't be as explicit as I would have liked. I'm sure it would have been very difficult to try and make that work without looking pretty hackneyed, because they would have had to CGI a lot of it. And I liked the realism of that scene. I really did. But the savagery and the speed of that, man, just getting blown out. And some people, I know we had this debate with somebody a while ago about Sidious versus Mace. Somebody was saying Sidious would have won that on his own. I don't buy it. Mace had him on his last leg. I think had Anakin not intervened, that was sewn up. So anyway, yeah, no, episode 3, I'm right there with you. Darth Jar Jar. What's up?
I think the only real argument to Sidious having won is that Sidious knew that Anakin would intervene.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, and we went round and round on this a little bit. I mean, not over. Mace is at worst one of the top 3 duelists of all time. Nah, bruh. Nah.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be close. And as you said,
well, it could have been close, but nah, he wasn't.
After he was disarmed, after he disarmed him, and it was just Force lightning, Goose was cooked, man. Goose was cooked.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm ready to start the next round if you are, bud.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yep.
Exit now.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
let's see here. Episode 3 was great, though. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, honorable mention goes to The Empire Strikes Back for being probably the best movie that is a Star Wars movie. Like, best written, best directed.
It's
just
my
excellent
favorite
movie. Yep. Also, I'm going to need a lot of haters for this. Shout out to Episode 8 for being the most visually stunning Star Wars movie.
What scene would you draw my attention to exemplify that?
Just all of it. Just visually captivating. And no matter for all of its flaws, I find myself able to rewatch it simply because of the visual effects, the practical effects. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a good amount of digital and/or practical effects going into Superman Leia, but it doesn't, It doesn't warm my appreciation for it. I'll say that.
Oh, notice I didn't anywhere in there say that it was a good movie.
Yeah, but you did say it was rewatchable, and I have rewatched it, but I find myself grinding my teeth, you know?
Well, let's put it this way. I walked out of the room the last time episode 9 was on. Not out of frustration, just out of, I have better things to do with my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I will watch episode 8, cover to cover.
All right, fair enough. The Wolf says, the hacky-looking super speed, you mean like Ahsoka Mandalorian Season 2? Yes. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. DPK asks, I have a good question. What character kit is your favorite?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, you take your time with that.
Yeah.
Keep the questions coming, guys. We're definitely in the audience question portion of the show here. My wife says, no, DeKalb says, shit quality movies can be visually appealing. DPK agrees. My wife agrees. She says, goes double for the music. Plot matters. And then Kyle's like, wait, how do you know the music? And my wife says, well, you see, fuck you.
That is probably the best.
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah, the hearing loss was progressive for her. Not, she wasn't born deaf. Anyway, come on, stew on it here, Dagger. You got to think your way through it out loud. What's your favorite kit in SWGOH?
So, I think there's two parts to this that are in my mind, and I'm trying to like parse them to try and find one answer. So, there's a lot of kits that I really enjoy what they do, what they add to a team. So it's which kit do I find the most interesting, or which kit do I find to be the most self-actualized? Nihilus's kit is probably my favorite kit. That he just like his basic dispels buffs, reduces the cooldown on the second reduces the cooldowns on the third. Right, he's just such a self-contained character, and I really like the design of that. But I don't think that's my favorite kit. That's just like I think one of the coolest kits in the game because it simply just continues to like fuel itself.
Yeah. Well, then let's take that the next leg down the road. What's your single favorite kit then? But I liked your answer there because Nihilus was one of the first characters when I started playing SWGOH that I just knew I had to have because I loved him from from the Old Republic. No problem, thank you. Dear wife brought me more coffee.
I'm incredibly biased, but Maul and Bam. It's a toss-up between those two.
Between who? Sorry.
Maul and Bam.
Maul and Bam. All right. Yeah.
Maul's kit just screams Maul. The anguish, the hurting himself, the just absolute fuck your shit up that he does with his push.
I feel it.
You can almost feel the pain when you're pushing. Like, you see his life total go down, and then this push just starts murdering people.
Yes.
And Bam, because, dude, it's fucking birds. Like, you can try and argue with me about fucking birds?
Birds.
Give me a month. I'll say the knee rocket's in my top 3.
Birds. All right, what are we going to do? By the way, I might be going Yorl. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
This is gonna tickle.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try Academy.
Charmed, I'm sure.
We'll see.
They did do it. Yeah, Wolf agrees with you. They did do a great job on Maul's kit. It does. Yeah, I mean, it is a knockout of the park, guys. They and I don't know about you. I know there's a lot of unpopular decisions that they've made over the last year, like the great nerf of 2020, how they just changed the, what am I going to do with you? I guess I'll take Atoma traits. How they just changed Qui-Gon's Omicron. I know a lot of people are sore about that. Oh, great. So I get an Arcanist emblem anyway. What am I going to do? Bodyguard's the right one to take. We can do
Metal is harder than flesh.
So, yeah, there's been a lot of, like, things that are controversial that they've done, but one thing that they've gotten so much better at, I mean, first of all, the art. You're not seeing any RJTs coming out anymore with, you know, pinched faces and long, planar foreheads and things of the kind. God, you remember, I mean, Bo-Katan is real bad, but, like, that's kind of an exception here in the modern era, because everybody else has looked very much on point. Like, I was shocked at the model for Iden Versio. I mean, that is just stellar work. So the art's going up. The changes to GAC, I think, are incentivizing people to actually be sweaty and play GAC, you know, and not just phone it in because your crystal income depends on it now. And I'm all about that. That works for me. What do you think, Dagger?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of problems with what they're doing. I will say, you can. I'm not gonna say you're talking shit, but you can talk shit about Katie Sackhoff, but I don't think her model's that bad.
I mean, if you put them side by side, one looks like Katie Sackhoff because that's actually who she is, and then the other one looks like what happened if you spliced her DNA with a frog.
You know, I'm just gonna answer with what's going on in this actual fight. Get fucked.
All right, DPK. I like this question. What's your favorite character art?
By art, do you mean just model or animations or?
Let's assume
all
the
together?
answer to that is yes. Let's say all of it together. Model, but also, you know, you enjoy the look of its moves. I am not getting any freaking yordles. You gotta be kidding me, guys.
Probably Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is extremely satisfying in this game, guys.
Yeah, especially now that he actually catches his lightsaber.
Yeah.
When they made that little animation change, it's just so much more satisfying now that he catches the lightsaber on the way back.
Right.
Instead of it just appearing in his hand.
And Kyle wants you to slice it the other way. So if you're going to look at it as both just the model and for the quality of its animations, it's Darth Vader for you. But what about if you had to evaluate each separately? Just the model and then just the animations? But I agree with you. Darth Vader is really, man, when they changed his kit, that I don't know about you guys, that made me light up like a kid on Christmas. Like, Darth Vader doing what he was born to do, like God Emperor Dick Kicker.
Visually, probably Mara Jade, but there's a recency bias there.
Oh.
As far as like kit animations, I can tell you Cara Dune's my least favorite. Like, if I wanted the character to take 4 years to do a basic, she'd be my first pick.
Yeah, that is annoying. But
especially on a team where she uses her basic.
We can do worst next, but stick with the spirit of Kyle's question here, and we'll catch that one.
I'm trying to think. So, just on animations alone,
Mm-hmm.
probably just something super simple. I'm going to say Han Solo.
Okay, let's hear it. Why is that?
Everything about him's just so simple and so clean and so accurate.
Yeah. Okay, I can appreciate that.
And the shrug is a nice touch from the Endor thing.
Yes, that I do like. Yeah, it's thematically pleasing. Yeah, all right. And how about model? Who's the best model for you?
Like I said, I think Mara Jade, but that's a recency bias.
Okay, that's fair.
Pretty much all of their new ones have been pretty on point. So,
I agree. Kyle Katarn doesn't look exactly the way I remember him from the, from Jedi Knight Academy. I know he was from another couple Star Wars games previous, but I spent so much time playing and replaying Jedi Knight Academy. That's how his face looks to me, and him he looks a little too young for me, I guess. But the model isn't bad or anything. It's just not quite what I was expecting. All right, but yeah, flip the script the other way. Who you not digging? Who's worst model, worst animations?
Worst animations is Kara, just because she's on a team where she gets called to do her basic very frequently, and yeah, I don't need that animation to take that long. Honorable mention to Dooku on that one. God damn, that boy's counterattacks take forever.
Yes, very time consuming, disastrous.
As far as worst model, by far it goes to the Anakin mini boss in fucking Conquest.
The Anakin.
Did you see the shovel that hit that fucker in the face?
The Anakin model in Conquest. I honestly don't know that I paid attention to it. How bad is it?
Go into Conquest and show the folks. It's that bad.
All right. Y'all are gonna make me start up BlueStacks right here, right now.
As far as characters in the game, I'm gonna go with the classic Rey, Geo Rey. How are you gonna fuck up a GL's like?
Yeah. All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I think that more has, to me at least, that has more to do with the actual, the actual impact of the character and the frequency in which you use her and play against her.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can mess up a character nobody uses, that's fine. But like you messed up a GL.
Yep. I can respect that. We're booting up the game. I really got to see just how bad this is now. And great, I've got another competitor for Yordles, so now I have to race him. Alright, buddy, you want to fight me? That's fine. I'm gonna kill you, though. Ooh, it has taken a while to boot up this game today. What's up with that? There it is. Okay, let's go.
I can do this.
Conquest. What sector?
So boss node. Or mini boss. Let me check.
I'll poke through here in a minute when I get a second. I gotta make a couple moves here. I've gotta think about how I'm gonna flim-flam my opponent, because this guy who's also competing for me for Yordles, man, I gotta get out ahead of him or he's gonna roll me down.
Yeah.
Anakin is not Sector 5. He is not Sector 4. We'll get there. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh, this is so bad. This is bad.
I'm gonna die eventually
to the
too.
neutrals, guys. It's terrible. Don't do that. It's not what good people at video games do. We also really need to get you into the fray. Alright, out you go. Okay, so at least we have some board presence. That should stabilize us for a bit. By the way, I hope all you guys are good on your red crate. I hope you are looking forward to Dad Bod Boba. I just got my Fennec to 7 stars here overnight, so getting her all set up. Okay, alright. I found your guy. I'll burn the 20. So wait, are you saying in games where it looks bad? In the battle?
Yes.
Alright, let's have a look. I'm gonna have a look.
And it slow-mos you through that shit too.
Whoa! Yeah. It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know who hit that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he got hit with a hot frying pan.
Yep. Glass is half empty.
That one's gruesome. All right, you got me. You got your point has merit. We're at 4 Yordles. I need 6. What are we gonna do? We're at 30%. We need to get a Vex. We've got a Vex. That makes 5. Who's the missing one? Heimerdinger. I think I need to be patient. We need to get a whole bunch more, man. I have to build up gold so that I can do the roll down. That's the problem, guys. When you're competing against somebody, you've got to have gold to compete with them. So I I have to keep
I just
waiting.
did my roll. Yeah, I just did my roll down and prep for level 7. But I'm
Nice,
doing all
you're
right
actually
this
in
game.
first place right now. You're doing well.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit lucky. The twin shot boys are carrying me. Good old Garen and Graves.
Yep. Good people.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Uh-huh.
Yeah. It is what it is.
My first win in 7 rounds, being, even broken clock is right twice a day. 50% health shield for 8 seconds. No, that's kind of crap. Arcanist? No, we already have Arcanist. Your bench at the end of the round. These are terrible. Okay, so no adjacent allies is the key. Everybody gets a 50% health shield if I spread them out. So now I have to position differently than I otherwise would have. We'll see how this goes. My God, I've got to get some tier 2s. There's one. That's the big one. Tristana at level 2's good news. I don't really want to give a second Giant's Belt to her. She doesn't need to have a Warmog. All right. Back to the chat. DBK says, "Oh my God, that's great. Love you, Dagger." I assume that's regarding your comments on how bad the JKA model is, and probably Ray, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Wolf says mostly a defensive GL, so it's your opponent's problem. Yeah, that's right. They get to look at all that.
Yeah, but my C doesn't feel as good when he doesn't get to fuck up her face because it's already been fucked up.
It's true. One could argue that some arc lightning across the face might help things.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to like disfigure his granddaughter, and he's like, "Wow, you done did that for me already."
Yeah, Sith Eternal is a very satisfying character to play, though. I know that's nothing to do with anything, but yeah.
Oh man, let me get on my little soapbox about how I find C to be terrible game design.
Yeah.
Oh man, especially the era in which he came out in. You released a GL for anyone to get that beat up on the arena meta.
Yes.
I cannot get behind him as a character because you released him to work by himself, and you required people to relic a bunch of bad characters to get a character that doesn't. Oh man, just so many issues with him just as a character, just as like existing in this game.
Mm-hmm.
With his kit the way it is, like great. I'm not upset to have Sith Eternal Emperor in the game. Just I found his kit extremely lazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have some issues with that. Plus, there was always the bitter taste of I had 3 GLs and it was like 5.5 million, and this person at 3 million picked up 1 GL and autoed their way to first.
Yeah.
In arena. I just found C a very irritating design concept.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. It's having something comes out that just trounces everything else it feels like it trivializes your effort that you put in. But the scales have completely tipped since then. I mean, C, you and I were just talking about this last night. And you said that C is pretty much the worst one of the bunch right now as far as GLs go. And I can see why, because he has the narrowest applications. Like, I know that wasn't the essence, I think, of what you said, but that's like my takeaway from it.
No, that's pretty much what I said. He has the lowest impact of a GL on your roster.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he's bad or anything. It just means simply what it is.
All right. So got another bonus question here for you, Dagger. Do you know what they called Lando before he got his pilot license?
What?
Crashto.
Ah, clever.
Did a little party die inside right there?
No, I've known Estillo for long enough.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna claim that one's original, but I was just trying to.
I was referring to the dad jokes.
Oh, well. That was just
that man has
more of a bad
desensitized me
joke
to
than a
dad
dad
jokes.
joke. Let's be
I
clear.
mean, are you trying to imply that there are good dad jokes?
Oh yes, because the good dad jokes make the dad laugh when he's telling them, and that's really all that matters. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a liar. You're not funny, then why am I laughing? Ha ha!
I'll say this. The only dad joke is you.
Damn.
Cool.
All right,
All right,
we've
you're
got
late
the
to
bench
the party
full.
there, bud.
What are we gonna do here, guys? We've got some real bad draws. I'm not gonna 3-star him, so let's put this away. Crit Glove out onto Tristana, fine. Yes, we'll go ahead and get Warmogs onto her, get Magic Resistance onto her. Bodyguard would be amazing. Okay, we're moving in the right direction now, I think. Oh my god, I'm only at 21. I have got to roll down.
Yeah.
Where's the action?
By my calculations,
I can do this.
by my calculations.
Well, you just 2-starred your Tristana, so that's nice.
Where's the action?
That's good.
How
yes.
close are you to 3-starring her?
No, she's 2-star. Let's see here. I would need another 2 Tristanas to 3-star.
Don't worry. I got this.
Alright, we got 6 Yorls in the field. Okay, this is good. We gotta keep rolling. Keep rolling. Rolling. Hit me up with the questions, guys. I'll hit Dagger with something else here in a minute once I see if I can't stop myself
Where's
from
the action?
unceremoniously dying.
By my
Alright, we've got a full bench at least. That'll... It's something of a help. I don't have much in the way of health left, but at least I'm not dying with like 50-something gold like I did the last 2 games. Dying with a bunch of gold means you never gave yourself really a chance. Oh wow, this worked out like a charm. Hi there, Dad.
Yeah, I got.
Hi there.
Yeah, I got some room to play with.
Yeah, you have a ton of
Haven't
health.
keep you in the
Yeah,
game.
but you're still in first, aren't you? No, you're at third now. Okay.
Yeah.
But you've been rocking it. All right, tier 3 Tristana in the house. We
All right,
are
just-
moving.
Nah, bro. Just got the 3-star Cogma. We're rocking this shit.
Bro, put the Ginsu Rage Blade. Get it. It's so huge. Indefinite stacking attack speed on a character whose only ability is to then like pulse out another 3 attacks with extra speed means you're just hastening. It's just crazy. All right.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the other half of that item to show up.
Yeah. So you know what, Dagger? I'd like you to share your thoughts on what you were saying again last night with what the future is with the matchmaking, because I was saying before that I think the matchmaking, or the new gap is promoting better matches, tougher matches overall for somebody who actually really wants the good fights. I love it. But I don't want to take the words out of your mouth. You had something to say about where that's eventually going to funnel into.
Yeah, so I think they're going to have to rework or revisit the way people move up and down divisions. Because you move up and down divisions based on your skill rating during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta go grab my Chem Tech, bitch. Alright.
That'll do it.
So, if they're going to promote the top 10% of a division, and they're going to demote the bottom 10% of a division, what's the incentive to moving up a division in the middle of a season? Because if you move up, you're likely going to be the bottom 10%. You're just going to get kicked back down. Or, if they let you stay, they're going to kick down people with higher skill ratings than the people who are at the bottom of that division. So, for example, if you have 7,000 skill points and you just moved up to Kyber 5,
Yep.
and the end of the season comes, and you're bottom 10%, there are two options. You can kick back down to Erodium 1, or they let you stay in Kyber 5 and kick somebody down who has a higher skill rating, like 7,015, and they get kicked down to Erodium 1.
Yep. Yep.
Like, I don't see this as being sustainable. Just because you're going to have to structure it where you can move between the divisions, like Erodium 1 through 5, but not move up to Kyber till the end of a season. Otherwise, you're going to have people just, like, whiplashing back and forth.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't come to pass that way. That's all I can say, really. All right, there, 3-star Ziggs. That's what we need more of, guys. There, 2-star this, 2-star that. Oh man, things are coming together. And not a moment too soon. I have 5 life. I cannot lose any more combats if I actually want to win the game. So, fun times for me. And it sucks because I actually want to buy Heimer here, but I have no more gold, so I'm going to lock the board and hopefully pick it up. It's Stillo in the chat. Dagger sharing his game knowledge? Are we sure the best player in the world is allowed to do that?
I mean, Fatal's not on this stream, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, he goes on to say, if only Dagger were working at CG, he could make these changes. It's true. Wolf says that is how they have it, Dagger. You can't change leagues mid-season, Wolf says.
Are you sure? Because I've definitely had people talking about moving up Kyber after like week 2 or 3.
I don't know. We'll wait for Wolf to respond on that. I started the season in Kyber 1. I ended it in Kyber 1. That's the end of me, guys. Oh, in 8th place at that. Terrible show. All right, we'll hit keep watching. We're going to watch Dagger's board now. Let's see how he does. And that'll give me some more free time here.
Not doing great.
Yeah. So, okay, Wolf says Kyber 5 to 4 or Erodium 1 to Kyber 5. Like, which one are you saying? Like, are you trying? Go ahead.
I'm saying that I think it was Not Sure moved up from Chromium to Erodium mid-season.
That would surprise me. I thought, like, inside your band, you can move up between the 1, 2, 3 or whatever, you know? But yeah. All right. Wolf says, well, hold on. White Wolf says, yeah, I did. Like, I changed leagues. What did you change from mid-season, White Wolf? Go ahead and clarify that. And yes, dear wife, I am, my rank is Potato 3 for losing TFT in 8th place. I'm probably going to dip back down into Gold 4 now, so yay! The Wolf says, yeah, the initial post was pretty clear that it wasn't going to happen, so that's not working as intended then. We'll see what White says.
That does make sense. I imagine that they released a game mode and it does not work as intended. That does in fact check out.
All right.
Well, my rectum's bleeding after that fight.
Yes, there's nothing left of you. Wow, what's the comp this guy ran on you? So that's Arcanist, Academy, and a Merc. Yeah, I mean, all right. We can do some damage to you. It's not terrible. Not terrible. 27. Yeah, you're holding on. Not by a lot, but you're holding on. What are your augments? Academy Crest, Sniper Crown, and Tome of Trades. Okay, yeah. I don't like emblems as much.
Yeah, but I didn't have good options, so.
It still says White Wolf changed from 2 vaults to 4 vaults every month. White Wolf says, LOL, don't forget the mod packs.
Yeah. We actually discussed those last night.
Oh, man. Yeah. Check the store, guys. You got the mod packs there right now. You also have the couple mod calendars, and the value is good from them. The value's, better than the value that you get at the same price for just buying the straight up packs. Stilla says, sadly, I can't spend for the next few months. You've got some real RL stuff coming up. I hear that, man. I mean, that's part. That's a large part of why I didn't consider whaling for any of the characters for Starkiller. It was 4 characters, and right there before the holidays. I'm not trying to do all of that. And the Wolf says, "Oh, going from Kyber 2 to Kyber 1 is fine. That's what they said would happen." But yeah, being able to go from like a Rhodium into Kyber or something like that, I do remember them saying that's not supposed to happen until end of season.
Gotcha. I mean, it is happening, so yes, not working as intended does seem to be the case.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the end of you, bud.
Yep. Just got locked up on. That was a tougher one because I just kind of got locked off on the Cogma for too long.
Yeah.
And then Then it was just like I got a socialite and then something else as my emblem, as my like item, and I'm like, well, I guess we'll just take the sniper one because that one doesn't suck.
Yep. Makes sense. All right, so DPK had a question I guess I missed earlier. Let me get to that. What's been the most impactful part of this game? Like is it the community, the game modes, CCs? What is CCs?
Content creators.
Oh, content creators. Okay.
He is not in fact talking about CC. Less people would play the game.
I'm trying to think, like, what's CCs? Like crit chance mods? I don't know.
So, in what context? That question is very loaded.
Refine that question a little bit, DPK. Like, what's been the most impactful part of this game? I mean, like, it's difficult to say about something that's impactful to the game that's outside of the game. So, how do you want to qualify that? I'll let you come back into it.
Because broad strokes, the highest impact thing about this game is the fact that it has the Star Wars IP.
Oh, certainly, yeah. I would not be playing this casino gotcha bullshit game if it wasn't for the fact that it was Star Wars. Let's be clear about that, folks.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah, we've got a little more time. I'll try and squeeze in one more game here with Dagger, and
we're going like it too.
Yeah, maybe I can actually, finish better than 4th place. Okay, DPK simplified. What has been the most impactful thing to you about the game? So I guess within the game, outside of the game, go ahead and set the IP thing aside, but I guess he's kind of giving you free reign about how you want to qualify it. What do you think? Gosh, it's interesting. The word impactful, DPK. Like, I don't know. I'll let you tangle with it, Dagger. It's your question.
The thing that keeps me coming back when I get frustrated with the game is a combination of GAC and the community. Those are clearly the two best parts about the game, at least to me. GAC carried this game when it, right? The footprints in the sand, right? GAC is when there was only one set.
That's right.
And then the community, most of the time. This community, like, I'm not going to sit here and rag on the community, but this community amazes me in both ways. How irritating it can get and how wonderful it can be.
Yeah, it's true.
The latter is what keeps me in. The whiny, bitchy, getting executor changed so we don't get Dengar's ship makes me mad, but whatever.
Has the game started yet? Okay, good. The game hasn't started yet. All right. By the way, Estillo took his crack at that question. He said for him the most impactful thing is relics or mods 6.plus. I think that's a pretty reasonable answer.
Yeah.
Kyle, you wanted my take on? Go ahead, Dagger. Go ahead.
I was thinking. I agree with Estillo. As far as gameplay mechanics, I think relics and mods are about equal, but I think relics get a slight nod based on R8 and R9. If this was R7 with 6A, I would give the nod to mods. But I do agree with him. As far as the impact of in-game mechanics, 100% those are the two things that matter.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't deny the impact that relics have in terms of just the scale at which you just get bonkers with your survivability and your damage and yada yada. But I think that mods stand head and shoulders above that for me. So I'll answer this a couple ways for you, DPK. Like, things that are most impactful to me, hands down, certainly mods would be one, right? Like, the fact is that Relics is flat. You know, it's known once you apply it. Everybody's Relic 5 is just as good as anybody else's Relic 5, mods notwithstanding. So enter mods, right? That's truly the way that you customize your characters. It's how you bring your vision to the game, right? Like, live your fantasy with these characters. Just like what we were talking about earlier in the stream with that fast droidica thing. I mean, before you had Maul, you had no reason to really consider a strategy where you wanted to lean into the speed, but you just can't do that kind of thing without mods. So I know that mods, everybody struggles with them. Everybody's, trying to grind them and go for them. I appreciate that. It is a grind. It's a random casino thing, trying to get the right things you're looking for, but mods are one of the things that really light me up about the game, and you know that. But it's because it's how you get to customize your character. Otherwise, everybody's things would be the same. It would just be a solved puzzle. If I wanted to play chess where the pieces are known and fixed and static and there's no change to it, I would just play chess. But as far as what do I think's most impactful to the game, I would say, within the game itself, I would say it was Galactic Legends. Galactic Legends forever changed the trajectory of the game because it funneled you down. You have to plan with them and for them first, and everything else is just, what are you trying to draw around it? What kind of pieces are you trying to pull such that, you're either pulling it when they fight the GL, or pulling it when... Oh crap! I just missed my turn there. But well, back to what I was saying. GLs have forever changed the game, and I think it's. I don't know if I could say it's for the better, but it's a change, and it forced a different strategic consideration, which I like. And so the ultimate thing that keeps me coming back is, whatever game I'm playing, guys, I want to be the very best like no one ever was. I've got to do that. I got to do my Pokemon thing, And from that point of view, ooh, I got Yordles. I got Yordles in the house. Yordles in the house. All right. Big change of gears. On in.
Yes, it was such a loaded question.
Yeah, difficult question to answer, but I'm trying to field it the best I can.
Yeah. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different angles to take at it. Like I took the game and why I play it, and then there's the game mechanics, and then there's the characters. Yeah, there's just so many angles.
Yeah, that was a very expansive question, DPK. I appreciate it. I guess but just to kind of parrot what Dagger was saying there, it really is GAC, and because of GAC, mods matter to me, because then I get to flex what I want to do there, right? But, okay, wow, lots of Yordles. Oh, this was the right decision. Right decision. Sell you, level up, put you out, put you back, up. Let's do this and that.
And because of GAC, relics matter, and because of GAC, GLs matter.
It's true. But GAC, because it's competitive, and now that it's super competitive, I've never loved the game more, because now I can expect people are going to fight me as hard as they can. I don't expect to see auto sets anymore. I don't expect to see somebody just routinely laying down cheese and lazily trying to clear me with their whole roster, because if you're not going to do your homework, you're going to get caught out. So, more than any of the other things I said, it is GAC, because it lets me try to be the Ash Ketchum that I've always wanted to be. Estilla makes a good point. There's a difference of a 12k offense ray and a 10k one. Mods make that team win or lose. Just like Shock Troopers, you need the mods, or for BAM, or like Qui-Gon with the Omni, and using JKA alongside, etc., etc. Yeah, right there with you, man. Mods make the difference.
Yeah, for sure. But to everything you said, none of the things you just mentioned matter if GAC doesn't matter.
Sure.
TW matters, but yeah, GAC is the flagship game mode of this game, and it's what drives my modding. It's what drives my gearing decisions. Yeah. And I think it's true for most people, especially now that your crystals are tied to it.
Yes. All right, DPK says, yeah, I appreciate that answer, Tass and Estillo. Mods and community have really helped me stay with this game. Sitting in voice chats for hours, talking mods and strategies has been really a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I understood. I think I undersold the community angle for it too. I've definitely come to appreciate this community. I wasn't looking for community in this game when I started playing it, but I met a lot of cool people, and honestly, it's partially because of some of the people I met that I was encouraged to start streaming SWGOH. So I was glad for the encouragement and the support. It definitely helps. It definitely helps keep the passion alive, right? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? I need this. I need the ability power item.
Like, this right here is why I play the game. Like, we're not even playing SWGOH on a stream, and we...
and we're talking
right?
about it,
yeah. Yeah. Community is the thing. Like, I won't let DPK quit. There's more than just me, but that's the other thing, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, we got this one. Let's get you on deck. Good. Okay, 4 Yordle, 2 Protector. We're heading in something of a right direction. And yeah, Kyle says, yeah, I meant it to be a loaded question because there's so many angles. I like the psychology behind people's thinkings. No, no question. No hate, Kyle. It was a great question. I'd like more of those. And then Asilla says, TB is the flagship mode. TB, only TB. Smiley face.
Yeah.
TB, man. I honestly, I mean, I know that you enjoy. You're knowledgeable about TB still, and you know how to administrate it and all that. And I appreciate all the people out there like you that do that legwork because, dear God, I don't want to. TB is nothing but an obligation to me. I do the needful. Nobody has to come harp at me about anything except deployments, like usually at the end of the phase. Sometimes I'll be a little slow about that, but I'll do what I have to do, and then otherwise I really try not to think about it because it feels like a less crappy version of Conquest in that it just feels like a grind. It's just nowhere near as onerous of a grind as Conquest, which, by the way, guys, Conquest, I was a big fan of it very early on. I mean, you can ask Dagger. He had his ups and downs about it from the beginning. He saw some negatives and positives. I was overwhelmingly positive on it because I wanted a mode where I could actually use the breadth of my roster. Little did I know that I'd be using the breadth of my roster to do the same battle 40 frickin' times. Feel free to piggyback on that, Dagger.
Oh, yeah, like, I liked Conquest. I thought the first Conquest was stupid and broken because the cooldown reduction thing was complete horseshit. But the cat and ball one...
It was pretty exploitable, it's true.
Yeah, the cat and maul ones, the maul one specifically, I think was my peak of enjoyment. There were a lot of things to do in Conquest, but a lot of them were 10 to 14 battles apiece. So it was space them out, have some fun, dick around, you know? It was cool.
Yeah. Yep.
This one is the breaking point to the point where I don't... My enjoyment of Conquest is still there. It's less so. It's been muted. But there's no reason why I should ever have to do 40 fucking battles with any team ever again.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I'm really looking forward to this being over. I hope they take some lessons learned. Because I know that they don't want to change the format of the Conquest within the set of 3 when they're, releasing a new character. They really don't want to adjust that unless there's a seriously broken thing to it. Okay, fine. I can buy into that, but you guys gotta wait a minute. Do I have 2 of something on the board? No, I don't. Go ahead and get Vex out here. Okay, Vex out. Okay. All right, we're getting warmer. We're getting warmer. So, anyways, guys, we're in about the last 5 minutes here of the show. We'll, Dagger and I'll finish up this game off the stream. But this is our second TassTalk, and I'm gonna have another guest here next week. I'll announce that on my server. But I want to know. I want your feedback. What do you want to see in this show? You know, we've got this interview and question and answer format. Is there something else you'd like to see? You know, I'd like to play a game with my guest that's not SWG on screen, just to have some variety. You know, we all spend enough time playing the game, so it's just nice to have a departure from it. And I appreciate Dagger willing to download and play TFT. I'm glad you're finding that you're liking it, man.
Yeah. Again, it's something to do while I'm on voice chat. It's either that or mods, or this or mods.
Yeah, exactly. Estilla says, I think, honestly, since the shift of crystal income from Arena to GAC, the weight of TB has declined. And also, now where you get the quote-unquote exclusive characters. You know, you used to get Watt and Cam in TV. Now you get those kind of characters in Conquest, which is why I admit the weight has sadly gone down. I think it was going to go down anyway, right? Because after you get those characters, the value of it, like, I don't know about you know, what you're doing in your guild these days, but I'm sure everybody's got Cam, and now nobody cares. Like, you know, do whatever you're going to do in the Cam mission. Well, you know, it's better if you get it, because we all like shard shop currency, but nobody sweats it anymore. So the seriousness and the focus on it was already going down before they made that choice with GAC. But I agree with you. It was certainly slowed down.
Yeah. I think that TB stopped mattering when they squished the rewards, right? So they re-tiered the rewards like 4 months ago, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And that is when TB stopped mattering, because the stars stopped mattering.
Yep.
And like Tasnik said, TB stops mattering the moment you get Cam at 7 stars, and that's across the board.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with TB because it has some of the best rewards in the game, but it's been diminishing since it came out. And it hasn't mattered since, you know, October.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a chore. It's simply a chore. And I've never been the biggest fan, so I'm actually trying to give it the benefit of the doubt here. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, there's no reason to, like, be mean about it. But yeah, I think that it used to matter. It matters until you get 7-star Cam, like Tasnik said.
Yeah. DBK says in future episodes he wants to see more hookers and blow. I don't think Twitch would be terribly appreciative of that, but I'll take it under advisement, DBK. Thank you for sharing your feedback. Well, you know, I know we're in the last couple minutes here, Dagger. First, I do want to thank you for your time. Thanks so much for being here, and, you know, thanks for all that you do on my server, being an admin, answering people's questions. I know you save me a lot of time because you give good information to people when they ask things. So appreciate you being here. Thank you for all you do. You had a good time on here. What if you had to come back and do it again? You know, first of all, did you enjoy yourself? Second, if you had to come back and do it again, what would you like to do?
I think the only real improvement that can be made is a better host.
Ah, I'll look into that. I'll have to hire out. I'll look at that. Appreciate you.
All joking aside, this has been fun. I didn't have any real expectations coming into it, in the sense that I was just looking to have a good time, and that's what I had. It was fun.
Nice.
As far as going forward, I don't know. Just maybe apply a filter to your chat. Some of those people don't actually need to be able to talk. Like, if you can't hear, you don't need to talk.
Yes, there are some haters in the chat. It's true. Yeah. Estilla says he would suggest a better guest next time for the improvement. I'll keep that in mind. It's funny you
that
should
I also
say
agree
that.
with.
It's funny you should say Estilla. Estilla said we should just do what Yeti did and not care about TP. But let me check something real quick, guys. I have my schedule here for the next couple of guests. You know, next Saturday we'll have Trevor Boy Gaming here with us, so that's going to be awesome. And then the week after that, it's funny you should mention Yeti Estillo, because I'm bringing him back from the dead. Now, we won't be talking so much SWGOH since he isn't terribly involved in it, but I want to reconnect with the guy. I'm sure you guys would be interested to see what he's up to. We'll talk other Star Wars crap. I'll also harass him a little bit about what's going on with the game. Maybe entice him. Maybe. Not nursing too much of hope on that, but the possibility exists. We need Heimer on deck. Let's do it. 6 Yordle. Go. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Estillo. Yeah. On that one Yeti stream where we got to see a lot more than we bargained for. I do understand what you allude to there, sir. Alright, guys. It's been awesome. Hit me up on Discord. Let me go ahead and spam the links. First of all, yeah, we gotta do all that. If you want to keep up with me, and I'd love to hear your feedback. You want to follow me for when we go back into GAC and all the good stuff, get on my Discord. If you want to catch prior episodes of either TassTalk or my GACs, go to my YouTube. And of course, I am something of a mods guy. More than anything else, I think what I'm best at is teaching you how to understand your roster, how to optimize your mods, how to use the whole buffalo, so to speak. Get the most out of what you've got. For that reason, I have a Patreon. Go check it out. I've got something for everybody there. If you're interested, I appreciate you. And let's go ahead, and while I'm still playing the game here, let's go ahead and do the shout-outs. So first of all, let's fix this. Do it this way. Alright, so yes, we put up the Patreon screen first. We have exclusive stuff for the patrons. I take care of everybody. I do, GAC coaching, mods. We have, I'm working on having more workshops for people, trying to figure out what the patrons are really craving information-wise. Ooh, I have the opportunity to make something. Forgive me, guys. I gotta set this item up on my character. There we go. Ooh, that is so nice. Alright, so yeah, we've got that. Next item is the merch. When you check out the Patreon page, I mean, Dagger and I both have the hot, TassTalk gaming hoodie. It's top of the fashion world. You've seen it in Milan. You've seen it in Paris. Now you can get it as a patron exclusive benefit here through TassTalk Gaming. Check it out. Thank you to Mrs. TassTalk for updating my page and putting all this in motion. And of course, we can't miss on thanking the patrons themselves. VIP access, White Wolf and Ryan. White Wolf, I saw you in the chat today. Good to see you, man. Love talking to you. Ryan, I know you weren't here, but it's almost not a day goes by where we don't exchange some notes on something. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support. Jester's Club Absolution, the one, the only. Come back to us, sir. Come back to the game.
Download the fucking game.
Come, download the game, damn it. No one, nobody wants to hear about, I don't know that I want to play anymore. I want you to play, and I'm your real dad, and I can tell you what to do. So do it. And, of course, Jester's Club Platinum, Eric Rose and Sam Vimes. These are the guys that I spend the most time coaching. Love working with you guys. I'm glad you had good seasons here for the most part. And I look forward to working you here with the next, man. We're on the cusp of the new season. Can't wait to see what we'll do. Jester's Club Elite, Krolik, man, my most recent patron and, one of the biggest fans of the stream. I appreciate the hell out of you, man. I know you've been busy with some real-life stuff here that kept you away from the game towards the end of the last season. I hope you're able to be fully engaged for the new one, and I look forward to helping you with it. Alright, guys, last word has to go to Dagger, to our honored guest. Anything you would like to say before we get going?
The obligatory get fucked, and it was a pleasure being here. It was fun. It's always fun to play TFT. It's always fun to chat with you, and it's always kind of fun to have our conversations in more of a public medium.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, I think just you and I shooting the shit is something that a lot of people would enjoy, picking through. So I think that's I think it's been fun, and we can't go another moment without again thanking our honorable Dr. Robotnik for being with us today.
I'm disappointed this is the first time you played it. You were so excited.
Can't wait to see when you build your own death egg. You know that? All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you here next week for the next Task Talk. And yeah, I think we'll have GAC starting in between. So catch you real soon.
Have a wonderful day.